identity matrix. The identity matrix is a matrix that will not change the value of the original matrix when multiplied by it. So if we take any matrix with any numbers in it, we multiply it by the identity matrix, it's kind of like multiplying a single number by 1. The number itself does not change. Same thing with the matrix, the numbers will not change. It is denoted with the letter I. It will always be a square. It will be comprised of only zeros and ones. The line of ones starts at the top left corner, so the element 1, 1, and move diagonally to the lower right corner. So, in case you don't know what that means, it's the upper left corner. So from the upper left corner to the lower right corner of your square, we will have just ones, and then everywhere else will be zeros. So all of the remaining elements will be zeros. All right, so here's some examples. I can equal 1, 0, 0, 1. Sometimes this is called I sub 2 matrix because it's a 2 by 2. But notice how it's just one number instead of two numbers, so it's not an element of the matrix, it's just indicating the I matrix itself that is in dimensions of 2 by 2. So this one can sometimes be called an I sub 3 because it's an identity matrix that's 3 by 3. Here's one that would be considered I sub 4. And notice in all of these we have a diagonal of ones and then everything else is zeros, right? Just for fun, let's show that multiplying by an identity matrix will give us the same exact matrix back again. So I'm just going to make up a matrix 1, 2, 3, 4. You can write this wherever if you want to write it down, otherwise you can just watch. And I'm going to multiply that by 1, 0, 0, 1. So if you remember when we learned how to multiply matrices, we take the row times the column, right? And a 2 by 2 times a 2 by 2 is going to give us another 2 by 2. So if we go 1 times 1 is 1, and then 2 times 0 is 0, I get 1 plus 0, which is 1. And then for the next column, I would have 1 times 0 is 0, and then 2 times 1 is 2. So that would give me 0 plus 2, which is 2. Then I will move down to the second row, back to the first column. So 3 times 1 is 3, and 4 times 0 is 0. So that would be 3 plus 0, which is 3. And then bottom row, second column, so 3 times 0 is 0, and 4 times 1 is 4. Look, multiplying matrix 1, 2, 3, 4 by 1, 0, 0, 1 gave me new matrix 1, 2, 3, 4. It did not change. This is why we call it the identity, because when we multiply it by it, it stays the same. Just like 1, when multiplied times any number, that number stays the same.